Hey guys, and welcome to my garden! Today I'm going to be making a video on how to make a permaculture garden bed. This here all used to be just lawn, so it's essentially a no-dig garden, but apart from digging in the edges and piling it up into the middle of the garden, that's pretty much all I've done. So this is my little garden design. It's kind of like a swirl or a koru, but the kids call it Maui's hook of Moana. So after I've dug in my edges, I've just basically got any organic matter that I could get my hands on and just spread a layer over the top of the dirt that was there. So I've added some sheep manure and some chicken manure, and now I'm just going to do a layer of cardboard to suppress the weeds, and then over the top of that I'm going to be adding a layer of mulch. And once I've got my mulch down, I can start planting. Yay! I've got heaps of plants that I want to get into the ground, so I'm going to get started on this and I'll catch up with you guys after. Cardboard down, it's a good idea to water it with the hose and make it all wet so that it breaks down a bit quicker, and also makes it a bit more flexible so that when you're putting the mulch on it doesn't all fly everywhere. What I'm using for mulch is just a mixture of dry leaf mould and broken down grass clippings. So that's going to give a nice texture to plant my veggies and flowers into. Another awesome thing about mulch is that it keeps the moisture in and it keeps your plants nice and warm in the cold and cool in the summer. To show you guys how awesome this compost is that I'm using. It is full of worms. Check it out. There's like so many worms in there. Okay, well that took a little bit longer than anticipated, but I've finally finished putting the mulch on the garden, and it would have been a lot easier if I didn't have a broken wheelbarrow. So here is the garden, looking beautiful. So here are some of the plants that I'm going to put into this garden. I'm going to be planting a lot of flowers and companion plants and herbs and things, and a bit later on I'll be planting a few more veggies into the garden as well. That's what I'm going to be planting today. This is Phoenix. He's going to be my little helper. He's going to help me choose the plants to put in the ground, aren't you? You want to plant one of those there?
Yes, I got yellow flowers.
finally finished the permaculture garden bed, and right now I'm just going to go and show you guys what I've planted. We'll start here. This is Marigold, and that's a really good companion plant, and it's also an edible flower. Moving along here, I may as well show you, these are some of the trees that I already had planted here. So this one here is a jaboticaba, or a Brazilian grape. So that actually produces fruit on the trunk of the tree. It's just a tiny little baby plant at the moment, so hopefully it will grow and produce fruit within about 4 to 6 years. And this one here is a dianthus. It's also an edible flower and another great companion plant. This tree that was here already is a Chinese quince. So it's a lot similar to the normal quince, but the fruit is a bit more oval shaped, and it has beautiful pink blossom in the springtime. So it's a really pretty tree. And over this way, this is a dwarf Munstead lavender. So this one will not grow too tall, it'll just stay compact and small, and you can actually eat the flowers, which you can probably eat the flowers of most lavender plants as well. This little plant here, this one is a lemon verbena. So that one you can actually add to fruit puddings, apple jelly and homemade ice cream. So I haven't actually tried this one before, but this is a new one to me. It's got quite leathery leaves, but it's a really fruity kind of scent to it. And here's just another yellow marigold. And this one here is actually purple sage. And I just love this plant. It's really pretty, and it's really good for adding to dishes with chicken or fish. And you can also dry it and burn it, and it's used as a air purifier. So I just love sage. This one here is a black velvet nasturtium. Nasturtiums are just a really awesome flowering plant. It's all edible. You can eat the leaves and the flowers, and once it's flowered you can also eat the berries that are formed after the flower pods. This one's got really dark reddy black flowers, so I'm quite excited about when this one starts to flower. And over here is some German chamomile. So this chamomile is apparently the best variety for making teas, and so it'll grow the little white flowers, and that's all edible as well. And it's also anti-allergenic, so if you get hay fever or any allergies towards pets or anything like that, it's a really good thing to have a chamomile tea. Over here is just some more dianthus. This one is a Japanese mint plant, and I just love the smell of this one. Oh, it's so good. It actually reminds me of mint lollies that I used to eat as a child. This one's really good for teas as well. You can also add it to salads and things. So that's the Japanese emperor mint. That's that one. And here is another beautiful dianthus. This one's got a white edge to it. So yeah, that one's really pretty. This one here is French lavender. You can use the flowers and the leaves, they're all edible, and they just have a really pungent lavender smell. I just love lavender. So in the middle here, this is a dwarf rose chiffon peach tree. So that has beautiful pink blossom in the spring as well, so that one is just a really good looking tree. And then around this tree I've planted 2 different types of, this is actually flowering kale. So there's a red and a yellow one, and it will grow up and produce this really beautiful coloured centre of the plant. And kale is just a really nutritious plant to eat. So I love kale. So that's just a different variety of kale that I'm used to. Oh, and I forgot to tell you what this beautiful tree here is. This is our dwarf almond tree. It won't get too big, but hopefully it will start producing lots of almonds for us. Also, I'll tell you a little bit about why I designed the garden this way. I just really wanted to make use of the space that I had and get the maximum planting capacity that I could. And also I just thought it would be nice just to have a little walking meditation, just a tiny one. Just a little path to walk around and somewhere to meander to, and the kids have actually really loved it since I've put this in. They've just played all over it, and it's so much more exciting than just lawn and grass for kids. So yeah, so I've got heaps more space to plant more veggies and things, which I'm planning to do, and I really look forward to showing you guys how it's flourished in the future. So hopefully I'll be doing an update on this garden in a couple of months' time. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment, and I will see you guys next time.